Okay, this is the funnest thing I've ever done, but it's also really terrifying. I am landing in a plane in Honduras, and I'm seated about 2 seats back from the pilot, who looks as terrified as I feel. And I'm going to be meeting a guy in Honduras who has a history of some behavioral problems. He struggled with authority and didn't do great academically in high school. And in college, had some run-ins with maritime law, which, it's not like that's not the sexiest, most dangerous kind of outlaw, a maritime outlaw, but they don't really make movies about those people. But there's maritime law enforcers, so, it's a thing. I'm going to be meeting him because he's built a homemade submarine, and he's going to take me to the bottom of the ocean. Two words that should probably not ever be together: homemade, submarine. But I'm going through this period where I'm trying to do crazier stuff in the hopes that I will feel alive. We land, I grab my bag, I'm totally exhausted, and as soon as I get in the cab, I fall asleep in the back seat while we drive all the way down this island in Honduras Bay, all the way to the west end of Roatan, and suddenly we stop, and that's what wakes me up, and I figure we're at the place where I'm gonna stay, but we're not. We are surrounded by guys in camouflage with machine guns. And this is disconcerting, they're doing this thing where they're pointing at me while they're talking to the driver. So they're gesturing with the machine guns to the guy in back, me, and asking him questions like, what's up with this? And I wouldn't say my life is flashing before my eyes, but I'm reviewing my life, Just thinking about shit I should have done or not done. I should have learned a second language, I think. Like, definitely. Possibly the one these guys are speaking. And the driver is kind of sweating this, and he's answering questions about me clearly. And finally, something resolves, and we move on. And we're going back down the highway. And he looks up in the rearview mirror, and he explains to me they're looking for cocaine coming in. And I go, oh, God, that's crazy. I don't even drink. Like, I do nothing. Even when I was younger, I never was in possession of cocaine. And he said, no, it's fine. I explain, it's fine. And then there's another pause, and he goes, do you want to buy some cocaine? Because I have cocaine in the cab. And I was like, cool. We get to where I'm staying, and I check in, and I sit down, and I just think to myself, I'm glad the machine gun situation resolved itself so that tomorrow morning I can go to the bottom of the ocean in a homemade submarine. And you could argue that if those are my two options for how the days will unfold on this trip, I've probably made some bad choices in life. So the sun comes up, and today's the day, and I do something I've never done before in my life. I leave a note on the dresser where I'm staying, and it's a note to my mom and dad and my sister and my girlfriend. And it just says, hey, I don't know, I'm going through a phase, I'm doing a lot of crazy stuff, but just know that if anything goes wrong today, just know that I was happy and I was living this life to the fullest, and I'll always love you. Two of those things were total bullshit. Like, I will always love them. There's no way, like, my sister would know there's no way he was happy doing this, and there's no way he was living his life to the fullest right now. Guarantee you he was scared shitless, and now he's dead. So But you know, it's not about me. I'm just thinking they're gonna have to come down here and get my body and go through my stuff in New York, so give them a nice note. Um, I go down to the dock, thank you. I meet Carl, the guy with the submarine, get in the submarine. We go out over these shallow grassy flats that seem very benign and pleasant to me. The hatch is even open, it's very nice. And it's getting subtly deeper. I spot something on the bottom, this long sort of cylinder. And I go, look, below us, what is that? To which Carl replies, oh, that's my first submarine. Cool. Awesome. We keep going out, and suddenly I see it. It is just a dark blue abyss below us. I hear the hatch close. I hear the ballast tanks empty and then fill with water, and we start falling. We just fall down into the depth. And I'm looking up at the surface of the ocean, getting further away. There's a school of giant tuna up there that look this tiny. And we keep going down. It gets too dark to see, and he kicks on the exterior lights, and we go further and further. Now we're at about 800 feet, and things down here light up. They're just weird creatures that have big eyes. They're electric, and they're transparent, and one swims up to my portal and is just looking at me and seeming to go, what are you? Where do you live? Why are you here? And I'm looking at it going, I know, I think you're weird too, but I can see your heart beating, which is fascinating. And I want to say I'm a freelance writer and I'm trying to put something together. It's kind of crazy, but I'm here. Just then, these things that look like 12 knives from a place setting shimmer by, and they each have one big eye on one side of them. And even the clear weird thing with its translucent fangs sort of looks, and I look at him like, yeah, these guys, like, what the fuck are they? You know, like, so we keep going down, and I hear this bump, and this boom, and this grinding sound. And Carl tells me we're on the bottom now. And the weirdest thing happens, I realize this is where I'm comfortable. I really have never felt this comfortable in my skin. I don't know if it's an amniotic fluid memory or what, but you know those people who are like, we came to Colorado and we fell in love and we've been here ever since? This is that moment for me. But I'm never getting back here, I can already tell. I have to go up, and time goes by, and Carl says we have to ascend, and we start our ascent back up to where people hang out in bars and eat appetizers and text stupid shit to each other and go on Twitter. Really thrilled I can use profanity here. And I just think, I don't know how I'm gonna get by up there. I guess noise canceling headphones. And I realized during this period of doing crazy things to try and feel alive, I went on 3 big adventures, and every one of them just made me feel like, holy shit, I could have died. That's it, thanks, I'm sorry, and thank you.